so we're going to talk about the 5 secrets for getting medical billing clients. It all starts here. If you want to go to our website, and up at the top right corner, you can see that it says download our 5 secrets to success. Okay, so if you haven't done that already, and even though that you're already maybe following here at ABS and you've already got a business coach that you're working with here, go ahead and click on that. And then it's going to take you to this page. It's going to have you fill out your first name, last name, and email. If you've already done that, that's no big deal because it's going to go to your business coach already. It gets parsed back here on the back side. But then what's happened is it's going to get you a link to be able to get this several pages long, the 5 secrets of medical billing success. Now, what I've been able to do is you can see here, the first thing it says to do is educate to build trust. So what I've done, I've basically taken this information and I've made it into a webinar. So now that you can go back and get your hard data there in this downloadable PDF of 5 secrets to medical billing success, and then come back and maybe listen to this webinar again and kind of go, let me follow along with what Eric's talking about here. So the first thing is to educate to build trust. Patrick, you have been in this a long time. I've been in sales for a long time. I'm sure there are people who have been in sales or marketing on here. We all know the slogan, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And
right.
I mean, that's nothing new. And so what we're going to do, we are going to educate you on how to build that trust. That's what we do. So for ABS business owners, we set you up for success so that you know more about medical billing and revenue cycle management really than most doctors do. That's what we're going to do. That's through part of that training. Patrick, you want to share any more about what you want to share about know, like, and trust and what it means to build trust?
Yeah, that's probably the most important thing. People ask us all the time, Eric, well, what is y'all's secret? What do you have that makes you stand out from all the other billing companies that are out there? How do I tell the doctor that I stand apart from the others? Well, it's real simple. You have to become what's called the expert in your field. Now, how do you do that when you're just now starting this business and don't know anything about it, maybe, which is true of about 99% of all of our people have no background at all in the medical field? Well, it's simple. We've built tools for you that will build that trust and get that doctor to like you. They're gifts of books like the one you saw that my son wrote. That's just not a book. That is a marketing tool that can have your name and company name printed right on the back cover, and all your contact information. Here's another book that I wrote with Dr. Vicki Ragnar. As you can see, it's got your name on the cover there as the person who wrote the foreword. Well, we've already got a foreword that's written, kind of a generic one, but you could write your own if you want to, if we let us kind of edit that for you and help you with it. But the point is, you don't have to rewrite anything. It's ready to go. We'll put your name on there. It's on the front title cover page there in the middle. And then on the right-hand side, that's the end of the forward. It's like 2 pages. Yeah. And there's your contact information. That's your company name, your name, email address, phone, website, whatever you want to put there. So this becomes like a business card.
Sure. Yeah, it is. It's something that it's going to start not only to build the trust, but it's going to start building some credibility with you as you kind of move forward.
Yes, good point. Credibility. That's important. That the doctor thinks you know what you're talking about, even if you don't. I tell you what, folks, this book is so important. I call it our Bible for our business. If you know this book and the contents of this book, and it's only about 200 pages, I think, Eric. Sure. It's simple to read. Very straightforward. You're going to love the information you have here because everything in here the doctor needs to run a thriving medical practice.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Toshiba, you are raising your hand. Now, I'm not able to unmute you for you to ask a question, but if you don't mind, if you've got a question, type it over in the Q&A area and I'll see that question and then I will be able to hopefully answer your question there. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So as Patrick and I are talking about this, we're talking how to build trust. And so, folks, if you think about it, trust is so easily given, but it's but we also know that trust can be violated so quickly. And one of the things that I've learned, and I know Patrick has learned, as we start to educate you and help you to build trust, is that trust kind of goes like this. It's kind of like what's called future expectations based upon past experience. Well, that's what everybody needs here now. So what do I mean by that? Future expectations based upon past experience. Well, one of the things that you need as a brand new business owner here is some longevity. Well, once you've joined us here at American Business Systems, we already have that track record to help set those future expectations of what you need to be able to do. That's why we've written these books. And that's why we have the group called MIRMA, because MIRMA's been around, so that when you're getting started, if someone says, well, how new are you? Or maybe they found out that you're brand new at this, you go, it's no big deal. I'm part of an organization that's been around for 30 plus years. We do thousands, if not millions, of transactions every single day in medical billing. I'm just a local area of MIRMA in my particular business of expertise. And this book proves what we do here to kind of help you. So I'm kind of trying to help you learn how to avoid some mistakes that you could possibly do early. But if you ever get in that position where people, well, how long have you been in business? Well, you've got the longevity, you've got the past experience to help you predict future expectations for that. And this is what this book does. And then what we're also going to show you during your training is how to take that book and then mark it. Now, this is ingenious, because this is, you talk about drawing the fish to the bait, basically. The doctors maybe not have time to read. Patrick, you want to kind of share how this works, and then the importance of going through this through the training?
Yeah, we don't teach you just to hand these books out left and right. You do get a supply of these, of course, in your initial marketing materials, but you can reorder these. And Eric, we could print this book with their name on the front cover and on the forward there for about $4 a copy. It's an amazing thing, this print on demand. So they can reorder this as they need them. Many licensees never need any more than what we give them at initially. But as you can see, we go through our training and teach you page by page how to mark up with a yellow highlighter the things that we want the doctor to read. And then we use these little yellow tabs that you can get at any office supply to actually put those in the book like you see it right here. So when the doctor is given this book, or you mail it to him, they open it up, they go, what the heck is this? So the first thing they do is going to start with those tabs. And when they turn to those tabs, they're going to read the highlighted passages that will point out all the challenges that they're facing in their medical practice and our solutions for those.
You bet. Yeah. So, Patrick, I was just thinking, I'm going to give you a homework assignment. I think what you ought to do is take the New Thriving Medical Practice and make it an audio book. I think that would just be awesome.
Hey, that's a great idea. Yeah, because that way some doctors nowadays, they listen to read Kindle, and they listen to Audible stuff. And that's the way I am nowadays. I listen to most of my books while I'm doing something else. Yeah.
Yeah. So Toshiba is asking, is there a breakdown, package PDF that your training program allows future students to look over before the starting or entering the program, that lays out the ABS program and all that includes in the program of marketing materials, something explaining what's all included in the she says tuition. There's not tuition.
Our research guide has all that.
Yep. We have a full research guide in it. And also, Toshiba, I will tell you that, Patrick, when was that? I think it was last month. I probably did a webinar that probably had the most extensive review of our training that we've ever done. And so, Toshiba, I would encourage you to go back and look over in our webinar library and find out, just search training, because that's what we did. I did an hour-long, very, very in-depth on what goes on in our training.
Or just email the person who sent you the invitation to this webinar. Yeah. That person, we refer to them as your business coach. Yeah. Anyway, that's somebody here in our office. that can send you that document. Just tell them you want the entire detailed outline of the training, and you'll see what all we cover there. It's in depth. Yeah.
Yeah. And also you can also get the agreement. So if you want to take a look at the agreement, that's all laid out there as well. But then we continue to educate you to build trust. We've got these are postcards, folks, and these are not e-cards that are sent out. These are actual postcards that are actually mailed to doctors. And this is part of what we would consider to be what's able to help you to build that trust, because we're going to show you how to, what we call drip marketing, for you and for your company. Many of you have heard of drip marketing campaigns, and this is what this is all about. So once you've maybe have sent the doctor a book and you're wondering, gosh, I wonder if he's ever getting it or she's getting it. We can show you through our system here, what's called AutoCard, that's going to teach you and show you how to start drip marketing your information out there. So again, that you would be in the old adage of marketing, you'll become top of mind. So when the doctor starts seeing this, it goes, oh yeah, this is the same person that gave me the book. Oh yeah, I was going to go read that book again. So
right, it's like a monthly. If you send these out every month, it's like a monthly reminder.
Yes.
And Eric and I have tested this out with doctors here locally just a few years back, guys, and it works. I mean, it really does get their attention. We had a doctor who went with a different company instead of going with Eric, and all of a sudden they call us up about 6 months later and say, hey, can you come talk to the doctor? He's not happy with this other company. So when we got there, they said, you guys are great marketers, because we were getting those cards from you every week. Well, it was actually once a month, but it seems more often than that. And they loved it because it kept our name in front of at the top of their mind. So when they got tired of that other company and that company didn't do such a hot job, then they called us in.
Yeah, you bet.
And signed up. And that doctor, Eric, if you remember, he was doing like, oh gosh, 100. He was a hospitalist, I think. He did like $100,000 a month.
Yes.
And folks, it's 6 or 7%. You're making $6,000 to $7,000 a month.
Yes.
Off of that one doctor's billing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, last week, who was that?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. She said she had. I did the math on that, Eric, and she had like 7 clients, but the total that she was billing was like, over $500,000 a year.
Yes.
For those doctors. Yeah.
She is knocking it out of the park, as they would say.
She's rolling in it. Yeah.
So what we do, we're here to support you in your success and getting to that spot where you can go, okay, I know what ABS is doing. Toshiba, this is really what we're kind of laying it out to you a little bit this afternoon. So we offer an online onboarding and training with live one-on-one expert instructors. So you're going to have someone that's going to teach you one-on-one. So you hear Patrick and me on here this afternoon. When you start your training here at American Business Systems, you're going to have a Zoom link, an invitation directly with an expert instructor who is also an ABS business owner, has been one for a long time. So we're not getting any newbies there. No, people that are just getting started out, but people that have been in this business and they know how to get clients. That's what we want you to help you do. That's where we make a difference. There are some other companies out there that might be our competitor. What they're trying to do is sell you on maybe their software, and maybe a few other little things. But where ABS makes a difference is in our training and support. You're getting trained by folks that are in the business, that are still in the business with American Business Systems, and they are going to train you to help you get that first client. That's the most important thing that you're getting from us. Then secondly, you're going to have weekly support. Now this can be, sometimes it's done weekly, sometimes it's every other week, maybe twice a month. But we have, for our business owners, we have educational webinars. Plus we have a full online catalog of hundreds of hours of recorded webinars. And you can see that Patrick was on there, Adam's on there. We've got several other, the guy that's in the upper right-hand corner over there, not the one with the green shirt, but the one with the blue shirt, that's Tim Warren. Tim and I, again, like I mentioned, I will be interviewing Tim at the end of August. So if you haven't made your decision by then, you'll get to hear from Tim then. But these are all the rest of these are business owners. People driving in their car. There's one lady down there with a child, and she's sitting at home. And so we get them from all over. But we're here to help you build and support you in your success by getting to the point where people know, like, and trust you. Now, one extra step that nobody else is doing, and that is being associated with Dr. Vicki Rackner. Dr. Rackner was a general surgeon. She had trouble with her billing at one time. She outsourced her billing to an independent medical billing company. It wasn't with ABS because it was way back much longer than when ABS was doing some of this. But now she's actually helping doctors with their financial issues. She's written a book called The Myth of the Rich Doctor, which again, you can get on Amazon. And she's even offered it sometimes through our webinars of getting a copy of that in a PDF. And if you want to, reach out to your business coach, and I'll make that offer for you this afternoon. Reach out to your business coach and ask them for a copy of The Myth of the Rich Doctor PDF so you can read it. But what's important is what's next to that. What you see there is a letter that can be sent on your behalf from Dr. Rackner to your potential client doctor. There is nobody else doing that, of having a doctor send another doctor a recommendation to use your services. Now, folks, did you get that? Not only are we getting you a book and you're on the front cover as the author of the foreword to the book, and then everything else that we're getting for you through your training, but we have teamed you up with Dr. Vicki Rackner, and then she's going to, on your behalf, introduce you to your potential doctor as the partner that doctor needs to have as a medical billing company.
Yeah, she ties you in with our organization, MIRMA, which is the Medical Revenue Management Association of America. And she ties you in with that and says, look, I helped found this organization so that we could certify your biller, this person. She names you by name in the letter. And she introduces you as a part of the nation's largest network of independent medical billing companies. So, folks, I can't tell you what this is worth, but Eric, we should be charging a lot of money for this, and we don't. Of course, it's all a part of that one-time, lifetime licensing fee that I don't know we've even mentioned that today, but folks, we don't do a lot of selling on these webinars, so it is on our website. It's $28,990. So this is like a franchise. That's a fee up front that you pay, but it's a one-time thing. It includes all the training and all the supplies, all the marketing materials, this connection with Dr. Vicki, the books, everything we're talking about today, all the extra ancillary services that were in those pictures of those boxes, those are all included too. There is no extra charges. And Eric, we don't even charge anything for support or ongoing upgrades or anything. No
extra charges for that. And again, this is all included. The other thing that you're going to get included is lifetime access to our private support portal, which is called the ABS LSS, the licensee support site. This is always updated with new information. Plus, again, we've already mentioned MIRMA. Dr. Vicki Rackner is on there as the medical director for MIRMA. So we've got a lot of connections here for you, as you can see here, to really help you understand the continuity of pulling everything together. Now, our second thing that out of number 5 is become the expert. Now, Patrick's already mentioned is that's part of what we're doing. We're trying to get you to become the expert in this particular field. So now that you've completed your training and you begin to start building your education base, then ABS is here to position you. That's the important part about what we do here. We just don't train you and then kind of kick you out of the nest and hope that you do your best. And we say, hey, call us if you need us, but don't call us, we'll call you.
Right.
No, we're really here to help you and to position you as an endorsed expert with marketing materials and a team of specialists working back behind you. So that's what we're able and capable of doing. And again, that's through the book. We've already kind of shared with you a little bit about that, but we provide you that book written by a resident physician as a gift to your prospective clients, again, with your name on it. She's given you the letter there. But then on the backside of it, then you've got a support team of other ABS licensees or business owners here who have been here a very long time to help support you. Patrick, you want to kind of share how that kind of works there in the support for our new business owners?
Yeah, I mean, these people pictured here are all business owners. Really, they're from coast to coast. Most of these folks, by the way, had no background in the medical field whatsoever. I think there's only one or two there that might have. But the point is, you don't need any background or training because we're going to teach you everything you need to know, everything about everything. And for those things that we don't want to take time to teach you, like coding, we have expert team of specialists that can help you with that. So what we do is if you're struggling with maybe say, I don't know, a podiatrist or a cardiologist that you've signed up, one of these people here probably have that type of doctor as a client. If not, we'll find you one because we connect you with other business owners, usually are in a completely different part of the country, of course, not close to you. So you don't think of them as competitors. These are your partners.
Yes.
And they become coaches. And then the great thing about this, Eric, is we as a company pay these people to take time to, coach some of our new people. And they love it. They absolutely, every one of these people love this. And of course, this is just seven, eight people. We've got probably 3 dozen that do this. Yeah.
We've got several people. And again, as Patrick said, we pay them to help you. This is not part of an ongoing anything that we are asking you for money on the backside. And it's because we know that we're going to be able to help you get that particular client. That's why we're here.
And let me just mention too, Eric, that you're showing the other services, the brochures there. That's good, because I was just about to say that on all of our ancillary services, folks, you basically introduce the doctor to these services. If they sign up, you make money on every one of these services. And we have people who do all of the service behind the scenes for you. Plus, as a company, we make a few pennies on each transaction. So this is why we don't have to charge ongoing upgrade fees or support fees. We're covered by the back end revenue from these services. So that's the great part. No royalties. This is like a franchise, but we don't have any royalties and no territories. Eric, they can sign up doctors anywhere in the United States.
Yeah, you bet. And again, on these particular brochures, like we do with your book, we put your name, we print those on there. So it's not like you're going to have to go get a sticker and then put it on there and it kind of looks a little hokey. We actually get these direct printed from our printing company that we have here that does all of our printing. And then they just implement that right on there. They print it directly on there. And it looks as though that it's printed on there just like everything else is printed on there. So it matches.
Yeah. I mean, Eric, when Linda and I started doing Billy, of course, I just had to come up with stuff. This was back in the early 90s. So I had to print on my little inkjet printer some little crude brochures and things to mail out. And now, of course, all this is very professionally designed and printed and produced. So, folks, you look like a real company. It's just like a franchise in that you're branded with all these different services that have a same feel and look to them. And all of that's included, of course, in your price of your license fee.
You bet. Folks, we got 3 more points that we're going to make here. We're going to make these pretty quickly. We've got just under 15 minutes left. Boy, it's amazing how quickly an hour can truly go by. Toshiba, you're asking a question, does medical billing and coding students have to be state licensed with the Board of Nursing or NHS prior to enrollment or completion of your program? So let me explain here something. We are not a school where we have to be accredited. This is a business opportunity. And so if you're a little confused about whether this is a school or some type of education or anything else like that, although we're talking about education, we're talking about training, this is not something that you're going to go out and just get a diploma in. You will become certified. So this is a little different than just trying to go to like a trade school to learn how to become a biller. We're teaching you how to become a business owner, specifically as an entrepreneur in medical revenue management or in medical billing. So what I'd do is I'd encourage you to get back with your business coach here. If you've got any confusion about really what we're doing here, that's what we're here to help you understand is that. But no, you do not have to have a specific license from any state or anything else, or even from the national government, for you to be able to do medical billing, so to say. Whether you're here in Texas and you're doing billing for a doctor in Florida, there's nothing there that you're going to have to do. Now, does it mean that you may not have to start an entity, some type of LLC, some type of limited liability company or sole proprietorship that you're going to want to start off with? That's different than what you're maybe thinking of, having some type of diploma or having to get state license to be able to do any of this. There's no requirements for that. As we kind of get here, the third thing that we're teaching you is really how to separate yourself from the crowd. Once you kind of go through all the knowledge and you've started to build your reputation, now we're going to start to teach you again how to separate yourself from the crowd. This is where I'm going to talk with you about right now, that some of you've already done this, but if you haven't done this, get back with your business coach and go through a demonstration of the software for the iClaim and EMRX platform. It is the best in class. It's very award-winning. It's got everything that you're ever going to think about it. But what you need to see is how it works and what makes this separate you from the crowd out there. This is what's so important for you to understand, that when you're able to bring a specific solution to the doctor's area, like medical billing, you've got to have something that's a little bit different out there. For those that may know a little bit about medical billing, you'll get this, but if you don't, you're still going to get it anyway. That you can have any type of billing software out there, ours or anybody else's out there, and it's pretty much all going to do the same thing. Same thing with electronic medical records. It's pretty much all going to do the same thing. But really what stands out from us is that, again, we're a cloud-based software, 100%. You don't have to load anything on your computer. However, the addition to what makes ours really stands out is that we have our own built-in clearinghouse. Now, that's very important. So if you don't know what a clearinghouse is, I'd encourage you to go out there and learn it, because, listen, you're getting into business for yourself, so you need to learn these terms. But a clearinghouse, what it does, it takes these claims that may be being produced by some type of billing software, and it is the intermediary between the billing software and the insurance company. They're the ones that kind of traffic control where that claim has to go. Well, there are third-party clearinghouses out there that you would, with most of the other softwares out there, and even our competitor, you have to go connect yourself with and have a different type of agreement with that particular clearinghouse. Not with ours. It's as though, think of this, it's as though that you're going straight from the iClaim system directly to Medicare or directly to Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And it's because we own, or inside of this system, ours is already owned. We already have our own clearinghouse. So it's all working in conjunction. That's really what separates you from everybody else out there, especially with our system.
Yeah. So Eric, other companies who do something similar to us, they tell you, well, here, we'll give you a list of all the clearinghouses out there.
Yes.
And you've got to go research them, find the one you like, read all their agreements, decide which one's going to give you the best support. And we've already done all that for you, because again, we've been doing this for, 20 years plus with the software. So that's all built in, and you don't have to worry about paying extra for the clearinghouse, because that's all just a part of our system.
Yeah. The other way that we support you in your success is we have all these different services. If you don't know what virtual care is, that's what's known as, in the world of where we are now, thanks to, again, COVID to a large degree, and where the doctors can remotely monitor their patients, whether blood pressure cuff, whether it's through scales, whether it's through glucometers, keeping up with diabetes. And every time that patient uses that particular device, it gives a reading directly back to the doctor to keep up with them. So if there's some spike of blood pressure or weight or blood sugar drops, or it goes through the roof, the doctor is actually alerted. We have that service. We have that technology that you can provide to doctors. And again, this is something you're going to be able to make money on. Same thing with compliancy guard. Whenever it comes down to HIPAA issues, we've got that covered. And again, if the doctor uses the updates and what they need to do, go through training for HIPAA compliancy for their office, again, you're making money on top of that. So we've got a lot of different ways for you to demonstrate to the doctor that we've got different ways to help you support a what we call a better close ratio on getting those specific clients. And then again, we've got all the printed material, and you're getting a website, a professionally made website. And for those that have ever been in business for yourself, you know that you got to have a website. And then once you know that, you may even go find the right name for your website to go out there and go put it on the internet. But then what am I going to say about my business? That's probably one of the most difficult things that you'll ever come across, is what's known as the copy to your website. We've got that all built out there for you. Finally, or number 4, we're going to tell you how to harness the power of referrals. This is how we're going to make sure that you get the quickest way to gain that trust and authority with a specific audience. We're going to help you learn how to get those referrals from someone that maybe already has built trust with somebody else. This is where we're going to teach you how to build what we call power partners. This may even be coming from other people in the medical business world that's already has been doing some business with the doctors. It could be a sales rep for a pharmaceutical company. It could be with somebody that's already helping that doctor with certain what's called durable medical equipment, as Patrick mentioned earlier. We're going to show you how to connect with these people of saying, hey, I'm in this business. I might be able to help you. You might be able to help me. Pay them a finder's fee in it. We're going to show you how to do that to help you, again, get more referrals, again, for that first desired client that you might need to work with. And again, with networking, which all of our business owners have found to be the #1 method for licensees to get that. And if you'll go back and listen to both Lindsay from last Wednesday and then Bob Wilkie the Wednesday before last, they're both telling you the way that they got their first client was through some type of networking meeting, whether it was through a Chamber of Commerce meeting or a luncheon there or BNI or some type of way that you've been able to connect with other business people out there who may not even be in the medical field. I mean, that could be attorneys and CPAs or real estate agents that are already doing business with doctors. Patrick, you want to add any more to that?
Well, this is probably, like you said here, the networking is one of the ways that we connect. But folks, it's much easier than you think. We can help you do this connecting, by the way, through social media, websites, of course, Facebook pages. We have our own Facebook group, by the way, that you're a private member of with all of our other business owners. And so you can, change information with them and network with them too. But folks, referrals are your best way to grow your business. In fact, Eric, as you know, I've interviewed licensees or business owners who have told me that they signed up their first client using one of our methods that we teach. And then after that, they never had to do any more marketing. They got referrals from those doctors. Yeah.
Bob said that last week. So did Lindsay. So yes, that's been a true statement. And then lastly, the 5th thing that, again, remember, these are the 5 secrets. Again, you can go request a link to get that downloaded. Again, go to our website, go get that. But we're going to teach you, again, how to nurture your contacts, to continue to build your database, that it helps you grow your business. Again, like Patrick just said, once you've got that first one and you're starting to do this, we're going to show you how to keep those patients or those doctors coming in. And one of those services is by utilizing AutoCard, which, again, we've already mentioned to you earlier, where it will automatically go out and send out these cards that I mentioned to you earlier, way up here in this first slide, way up over here. All of these they're already pre-printed. They're ready to go. It's just a matter of you having all of that information uploaded to the auto card system, and then get that out and just let it go out there and start marketing for you. So as we kind of wrap up here, did you notice the theme of all the secrets that we have in common? And that is ABS is here every step of the way. We're here to help you become successful every step of the way, whether it's your first initial before you become a business owner here. And this is where your success begins. It begins here with these webinars. Again, Patrick and I, before he took some long retirement program that he's on right now, we were doing these every Wednesday, and we still do these every Wednesday to help you. And a lot of times, this is where we're training you. Then I'm asking you to go out there and go request a demo of our system. So I'm going to ask if there's any last Q&A, folks. We've got less than 2 minutes, if you can imagine, left on the webinar today. We're already up at the top of the hour already. But if you got any last minute questions that I can help answer for you, or Patrick can help answer for you, and as I may be waiting for some of these, okay, Larry's saying, is it possible to assign a mentor while we're getting started, meaning another successful licensee? Yeah, that's what those business coaches are there for. We can kind of help you with that, you bet. Charmaine is, where can we get the demo? Get back with the business coach that you're working with here. Tell them that you heard on the webinar today that you want to schedule a live demo, and they're going to set that up for you. And then, they'll set up a time. It'll take you about an hour to kind of go through it. Toshiba's asking the same question. Where do we request to get the demo? Just go back with the person that invited you to the webinar. Kathy says, thank you for the webinar. This info was awesome. Thank you. Patrick, I don't know if you want to stay on here. You're more than welcome to. I'm going to kind of do our normal wrap up here.
I do have another call at 5, Eric, so I'm going to let you go. I'll just leave this running, of course, in case I'm the host, but I'll let you wind it up. Thank you, Eric. Great content today. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks, Patrick. Glenn's asking, NextGen seems to have their own RCM software that they market. How does that differ from your own products? I'm glad you asked that question, Glenn. They're not marketing iClaim and EMRX. They've got really they've got big legacy systems out there, stuff that they've sold to the large hospital groups. Then they've got another set that has directly to physicians' offices, and then they have what's called this one, which is called it's more of kind of what's called the NextGen office. This is what they already have, but folks, what they don't do medical billing. So even though they may sell the software to a doctor, it means that doctor's doing their own billing. What we have is the full package. We have the best of what they have, but plus we're bringing you in the mix, and that you're doing the billing for the doctor. So it's not just that you are out there by yourself or alone and trying to figure out what software to use. We bring that to the table. They keep it as them, and then they're going to be there to kind of help you with that. Lastly, but not least, to talk about is the 30-day money-back guarantee. I'll make this short and sweet. That folks, you have 30 days to still make your decision after you've made your purchase, after you have signed the agreement. There is no franchise out there. There is no business opportunity out there that will even dare to give a 30-day money-back guarantee after you've signed the agreement and gone through their training. What's great here is that not only can you go through our training, but that training is not going to take you 30 days. It's going to take you less than, maybe right about 10 days. So it's going to take you less than 15 days to go through that training, still leaving you a couple of weeks to still make your decision. Now, I'll tell you why that's an advantage. Prior to us doing this online, like we're doing right now, live online through Zoom meetings, is that we used to fly everybody down here, stay down here for 5 days. And our guarantee back then was, at the end of training, if you feel like this is not the business for you, you can ask for your money back, but it had to be done on that Friday. Now, did we give our money back to some people during that time? We did. We absolutely did, but not everybody. Now we've actually extended it. Have we given people money back since we've been doing this? Yes. But folks, what we're doing here is giving you an extra almost 2 weeks after training to still make up your mind to see if this is what you want to do. So what I'm going to do here for those that are brand new, because I see some brand new names on here, for you, again, we've already talked about the research guide. We just went through the 5 secrets. So you got 2 types of documents that you can go request from your business coach here. One is the research guide. Fully, it's like 65, 70 pages worth of information. Get that, download it, print it out, and utilize that. The second thing that I mentioned earlier is our huge library of all of our webinars. Again, if you haven't seen, I'd say the last 3 to 4 webinars, go back and watch those. Those are some powerful webinars. And I think that if you go back another 3 to 4 weeks, for some of you who want to really have a deep dive in the training webinar that I did, go back there and go watch that. That's all there for you. Then, not only that, I'm going to, as you'll see here, I'm going to actually go ahead and put that up, because I'm going to kind of put these, talk about these hand in hand, because these are action items that you should be able to do. One is you need to be talking with business owners here, like Larry's already done. Matter of fact, if y'all remember, some of you are on here. He was on here with Bob Wilkie. Bob lives in Arizona. Larry lives in Arizona. He asked, hey, can I speak to Bob? We said, well, absolutely, talk to Bob. And so you can see here, we're giving you people to talk with that have been around here at ABS and talk with them. How do they get their business going? Where are they now? Do they like what they're doing? They're going to give you what we would call kind of the skinny on everything. But then the other action item for you to do before you make your purchase is sit through a live demonstration. You need to do that. You may even have some partners that are going to be joining you. Get them involved in the demonstration as well. Then the last 2 basically is get through the purchase agreement and then sign up for your training. Because once you've completed that purchase agreement and you've funded your business and you've invested in yourself here at American Business System, by next week, if you did that between now and Friday, we're already going to get you started in your training as early as next week. It only takes us about 2 to 3 days to kind of get things going here, and we can get you going there. So these are, I'm going to leave these steps up here for those. If you don't know who your business coach is here, call us at 866-565-8413. I thank you for staying on here with us a little bit longer. We did kind of go over the hour by about 5 minutes, but that's okay. But give us a call here at 866-565-8413. We'd be happy to help you, answer your questions, and we hope to see you next Wednesday. We're going to have some great topics to discuss next week. But again, for those that are on here, you want to hear another interview, you're going to want to hear the one that we're going to do at the end of August, August the 30th, with Tim Warren, and that he is the director of our support. So if you haven't purchased by then, you're going to have some great time. All right, everybody, y'all have a great evening. Again, give us a call here, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Thanks, everybody. Y'all have a great evening.